I think I did finish everything on convergent and divergent method. So as of today, I'm going to continue on innovations. What is it about innovations? Okay, in innovation strategies. Okay, before I forgot, I believe we are not yet having any quizzes, right? I plan to conduct quiz next week. So please be present, even though to the Muslim student, the Hari Raya break will be started over the weekend. So please attend my class because I plan to do quizzes. The quiz covering until convergent and divergent method. Excluded excluded the things that I will teach today. I repeat again, okay? Next week I shall conduct a quiz which cover topics on the first week until everything on divergent and conversion method. Okay, let's start with the class. Basically, innovation strategies including a few. Can you guys see the slide? Can All right, because or else I believe you all already received the slide from one of your peer. You can switch on your computer and look at the slide as well. All right, innovation strategies including opportunities, informations from outside, financial. What are the financial for you when you want to do some innovation? You need a financial support, and then beside the support also you need a skill person with the skill to execute the innovations. All right. Not basically when one particular person already conducted one innovation, they love to be rewarded. All right, and then all your work normally we have target. What you want to complete? You have the KPI, key performance index. Once you do anything, you should come out with the KPI, your key performance index. All right. From the first class until now, our class is on creativity and innovation. So, right, creativity, innovation, basically, all people, all of you in my class, the students are all, you have your own creativity and innovations, all right? Because when as from the first class, I keep telling you that creativity and innovation basically different from one people to one people, but when it's come to work, when it's come to work as a civil engineer, basically, basic idea in solving the problem is to be the same. Basic idea should be the basic concept. Example, you want to design the roof. All right, you want to design the roof, so the basic idea for roof should be the same. Roof should have the roof truss, and then but what make it different? Maybe the design itself and the material that you do, that you apply. That may be different from one designer to one designer. Right. Creativity is involving generating ideas, and then when you generate the ideas, our aim is to turn the ideas into one value ideas. Is one obsolete or a new ideas. All right. Innovation actually, when you want as a civil engineer, when you need when you want to become a good engineer, a very innovative engineer. Normally, it require you to understand other fields as well. An example of that, when you want to monitor a project, it's not only to monitor by using the software, by using the CPM. On site, basically, example, your company is the main contractor that handle the project. So as an engineer, you got to monitor the project on site. So because basically you got the weekly meeting, monthly meeting. During the monthly meeting, you should be more innovative. is not only look at the progress of your work by your daily activity, by the CPM, by the software that you apply, but when it's come to the reality, maybe you should run the you are required to have drone. Because why? Maybe you are not on site for daily basis. Maybe sometimes you are outstation. So you could ask the supervisor running the drone for you, and then you monitor the drone, even though you are not at the project site. And then I see that nowadays the using of the drone is very helpful, especially in presenting the monthly progress of your work, because uh, the drone will locate it to you the end point for this month. Say you are on the earthwork, so by using the drone you can see that how much the clearance could be happen. So because from the eye view of the drone, it will color in a different color, right? So uh, nowadays, as a civil engineer, you need to be more creative in presenting the idea, and it require you to integrate the discipline. Maybe you are not mastering in running the drone. The geometrical person is more mastering. You should in line with them as well. Beside that, also we have the IoT technology in on-site application. Maybe you are using a new technology on the smart building. When you are using the new technology on smart building, it require you to do some prototype first in order to ensure the equipment that you install on the particular build on your the particular design is working well. You This what I mean by you should integrate. Maybe you are not mastering in IoT, but you should integrate the people that mastering in IoT to help you in order to install the new system about the smart system of the current design. Please ask me when you are not when you do not understand, because when it's come to the exam or in the quizzes, I will ask you to put some example, right? Because over the classes I keep give example that relate with the civil engineering background. All right. uh, what is it, creativity and innovation? Creativity meaning the stages of you to for imagination. What are the process you do generating the ideas? Some of the ideas may be novel and some maybe not. When it's come to the innovation is you see the final part, how creative the ideas you see on the final part, right? What is the final part of your product? What are the developing method that you already apply? And then innovation, we call it uh, as the hard component, but creativity is the soft component. So these are again the slide before this is to show you the verses. This is this is another slide to differentiate between creativity and innovations. All right. Okay. This is one more slide to show you that creativity is a tape. You have this sellotape, but nowadays by using new innovation, the sellotape itself can be used in many purpose for the sticking up the sticker, because you have to just plug in and then ensuring that the I mean this uh, the equipment become hotter, and then stick the sticker on shirts and everything. Because last time maybe it is a normal sellotape, but this time around we invented new things to ensure that the sellotape is more applicable in many ways. All right. And nowadays, as a civil engineer, you are short of what? Malaysia and worldwidely, we are short of things like cement, right? So in order for you to came out with a more sustainable building material, many technology had been developed. One technology is the applications of wool in a civil engineering background as the fiber for reinforcement. Why you use the fiber? Why do you think you apply the fiber? Because fiber is a porous, right? Because fiber is the porous material, so it can be used in the cement, metric, both in mortar and concrete. It's not only the wool, okay? Nowadays, technology also people using plastic, okay? PET as a plastic, also a fibrous material. Fibrous material, because what is the advantage of using fibrous material like wool and plastic? What do you think the advantage? What do you think of the advantage? When you put a load, what happened to the fiber? I need to ask you, right? So don't keep silent. Wait, I look at your name. I look at your name, okay? Yuling, why do you think fibrous material is very good in concrete or mortar? Yuling? Yuling, are you around?
Yes.
What is it, Ling?
Uh, I think it's durability, and because it's more durable, can last longer.
Okay, no problem, Ling. There is no punishment if that uh, is not right. Thank you, Ling. Right. As actually, when you use fiber, normally this is the material, right? Whether it is a mortar and a concrete. Whenever you put the load on top of the material, when you use the fibrous material, that material will bend more. All right, say the loading, you increase the loading more and more, fibrous material will retain the loading more and before the failure mode. All right, so when you have the mortar, when you have the concrete, when you test them at the compressive strength, so normally it will create the failure. It will create the failure mode longer compared with the normal concrete. Because why? The component of the fiber like this will try to push until it break. Understand? They try to push first because these are the basic concept. Any fiber, the any fiber, the criteria or the characteristic will be the same. So it may be very good on certain applications. And then beside the loading effect, when you use the fibrous material, it allow transferring more gases and water in the material better, transferring because the pore is larger compared with the normal mortar and concrete. Because the fibrous material, it can transfer the CO2 from the material to the outside better, because once the CO2 very high in the material, it will increase the temperature of your building, right? So when you use the fibrous material, all the carbon dioxide will be transferring to the environment. When the carbon dioxide goes to an environment, who can use the carbon dioxide? The plant. The plant can use the carbon dioxide in the process of photosynthesis and making the food. All right, understand? So these are among the current technology. So in order to use the fiber in the applications of civil engineering, you can use them as what? As the replacement or added material, right? You can replace certain things. So maybe you can replace certain cement, and then you will it will depend on the size of the material itself, whether as the replacement or the additive. All right. So look at the next slide. All right. As I told you just now, this could be used as insulations. Okay, this could be used as insulation, because why? We want the building to be more cooler. So I believe that this is not the first time you listen to the word technopreneurship. What is it, technopreneurship? UTHM would be the technopreneur university in the year 2030. Your aim to enroll the program in civil engineering is to become a civil engineer, right? But I believe some of you, maybe you do not work with people. You want to work with your teams, with your teams. So you set up the company, you set up the consultant company, or you set up the contractor company with your peer or with your subordinate. So you run the business on your own. When you run the business on your own, you become the technopreneurs in the civil engineer, in the civil engineering field. But some of you maybe do not want to involve in a civil engineering area, but it's okay. But my aim for this class is to ensure that understanding technopreneur which relate to civil engineering. Okay. Technopreneur is a combination of technology and entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is a business, all right? Technology is a technical thing that you apply in the business, all right? So it require for the technical input, creativity, and imaginative people. So why you need for creativity and innovations? Nowadays there are a lot of company that working outside, whether that was the in the as the developer, as the consultant, or the contractor. So you compete each other among your peers. There is no problem in the competitions, all right? So but how the customer driven to go to you is depend on the value. What are the value that you are offering to your customer? So in the real business outside, so any people that having money want to invest in a project, they will look at the value that you can offer to them. So how they want to look at the value? Normally, your company should have the company profile. What are the project before you already involved with? So based on the project, all the investor, we look at the potentials of your financial strength, your technical strength to complete the civil engineering project. So whether we like it or no, we need the creativity and innovation, especially in the competitions. Anybody else just coming? Huh? Yeah. Ujang, why you come so late? So next time, please don't come too late because I already start with the class. So the first one, just now I told you on the competition. Competition, why people look at the best value that your company could offering, right? Beside that, also the economy. Based on the economic potential, once people would like to invest, they will look at the value plus the output that you can give to us. Beside the economy, they also will look at any technical advances that you could apply in the projects, any pure R&D. The R&D basically, that R&D, uh, is the R&D having a technical expert in Malaysia, or are you outsourcing the R&D? If you outsourcing, maybe if something happened to the site, when the say you are developing a smart city, but when something happened with the site, when the technical R&D you actually getting from Singapore, is quite a time for you to ensure that the technical person will arrive at the particular places on time. And then uh, look at the market share. Is your company board listed or no? So if your company board listed, maybe the company is strong enough to be invested, right? Any competitive advantage, and then what is the reaction of your company when it's come to change, right? And then of course for the customer design and other factors as well. So, and nowadays, whether you like it or no, student could not deny on technopreneur, right? Even though you are working with other people, just now I explained, if you work and set up your company, you become the technopreneur. But some of you are working with other people. Your employer that own the company is a technopreneur. Whether you like it or no, you from time to time you will learn to run the company, and you are also in a technopreneur's environment. So why we need technopreneurships? Because only technopreneur could accelerate economic growth. Because when you have the technopreneur mindset, your company will always try the best to innovate the product that you have. Say you are a developer, you need to always in line with the current demand and need of the people nowadays. If you set up the new city, or if you set up the new housing development, what are the people need around the housing development is basic basic shop, and then utilities that they can access. If the developer could provide that housing area with utilities, with basic shops, with basic things that the people need, schools near to the clinics and whatsoever, that are the force factor of people to buy the house. But what happen if you are actually developing one houses very isolated, without the uh, without the attractive factor? So would you think that people want to buy? Of course no, right? So these are technopreneur actually is to accelerate the economic growth. Beside that, by using technopreneur, also it could promote innovations. When you have the technopreneur mindset, you will do the critical thinking more faster. Remember, I told you on the divergent and convergent method. When it's come to the divergent, you think many solving, but when it's come to the convergent, you will analyze one by one, and it should be more faster, right? And then by using technopreneur also, it will promote social changes. You have to break the traditional or culture method, because when you want to develop uh, I say when you want to develop houses, when you want to develop office area, you should not develop basic the concept based on certain culture, because in Malaysia basically we have three main culture. We have the Malay, Chinese and Indian. Basically we should respect each of the culture very well. So in order to attract the customer, we should not prone to one culture, because we should promote our social changes. All right. I forgot. The government already have one incentive, say that as a developer, you should promote few things like including social changes, because when you are prone to social changes, it will accelerate your company to understand all the harmony type of development in one area. Of course, we love the company that could promote on research and industrial development. What are the stimulant to creativity? What stimulant? What are the stimulant for you to success? Apa stimulant you untuk sukses? Ada apa? Ada boyfriend? Bukan kan? So creativity also need a stimulant. What force you? What force you to be creative? All right. Among the stimulant that force you to be creative, one is the freedom to decide. Because when you want when you want to think in a creativity manner, you should give the freedom in deciding any things to complete the work, right? And also beside the freedom also, we have the challenge in working. Challenge because every day when you go to work, you have your daily tasks and then you have your urgent tasks. So you have to do the challenge by prioritize what is the most important on that particularly time. And you could ask yourself, did your company provide you with the resources? Say, your company asks you to design the new ladder or what, the new high-rise building. So you should look at what are the resources, what are the software that your company have. This the software helping you to resolve with the design or no. So the company should be able to supply to the staff with all the resources, all right? And then beside that also, what are the encouragement from your supervisor? Normally the encouragement especially to the ground worker. The ground worker, nowadays we have many ground workers from Indonesia, from Bangladesh and sometimes even from Myanmar. They are a very hard worker hardworking worker. But say if your company encourage them by putting the charge for the best perform monthly staff, will be given what, the cinema tickets or whatever. It is unnecessary in the form of monetary. The reward can be in the form of other thing that could satisfy your workers. All right, these are the sort of encouragement. So, if you have the encouragement, of course, in completing other things, we have the constraint or obstacle. So, in organization, I mean, where you work, all place having their internal political. All right. My advice to you when it's come to work, please deny on the political issues that happening in your company, because anywhere that you work, the company must have the style. We have maybe in the company we have old workers. Old is not only in the term of ages. They are experienced workers in the company. Maybe he or she already work over the 10 years time. So when people already work 10 years, you can imagine they have a lot of company information. But as a new engineer, when you join the company, please deny the politic. All right, please deny, because for me, I have been working in UTHM for 22 years. I don't love political. When we work, we have to understand not to interfere other people business. Only do your jobs, but work in group by finishing the jobs. Don't care too much on the internal politics, because no places without internal politics. All places having their internal politics. All right. Beside the political, you might be facing problems. But please be more careful when you want to apply for jobs. Look at the company profile as well. See the financial strength as well. Because for the civil engineering background, we used to listen to the company that are facing bankruptcy and everything. Because when your company facing the financial problems, it is prone to you, all right? Because the company may be giving the salary not enough in monthly basis, or they will pending the salary not on time. Okay, please understand, when you apply for jobs, look at the company profile, because from the company profile sometimes you can understand whether the company is strong in. And then look you can you by using the internet, beside the company of profile also, you can get other informations. All right. Some people, they are too harsh. Some people love to criticize people. This is actually sikap. You cannot deny that every people, they have their own point of view. So when you was criticized, please be open minded to receive the criticism in the new ideas. All right. Some people also, they are destructive. Some people in the company love to compete, which for me, you can compete with your friends, but in a good way. Say, you used to see that your friend could complete the task earlier than projections day. You should learn from them how to do that. Because if you face the last minute work complement, you may be face problem if your idea is not working well, right? So try to the best to avoid of the risk, or okay, try to the best to avoid the risk and overemphasize on status. All right. Other obstacle or constraint is the workload. Some of the company, they don't have a strong financial. Due to that, maybe even though you are as an engineer, the company might give you extra workload. So as an engineer, you must be able to understand your task. What task as a civil engineer should be understandable. All right. Because or else, say, they don't have clock. You have to do everything from the day of bidding the tender in BQ. After you got the tendering, you say, after you got the tendering, you have to understand one by one the technical tasks that you would like to complete. So until you are on your own, have to photocopy everything that you want to submit to the related agency. So this is the extremely time pressure. And please understand your task, because if the workload is too much or it to be unrealistic, you can discuss with your peers. All right. Especially the new company, they don't want to spend much, so they don't hire many people, especially the clerical staff. So this figure only show to you the visual intelligence problem. Some of the people that are so good in artistic, and they could draw a very good visual. So I also give you a certain activity, but I don't want to went through how to finish the work. You can go on your own. Wait, let us skip this one. Look at the slide 61. Okay, creativity and innovations in the world. All right, example, if we want to designing the ventilation fan. We have many brand of the fan. We have the Kin, we have the Limax, and then basically each of the fan, they have the basic principle for cooling purpose. But even though they have the basic principle for cooling purpose, each of the brand having their own strength. All right, look at the history of development of proton in Malaysia. In the past, since 1985, this is the first design of the proton. And then in 2023, we have various design. We have T50 or what, this one. And then very soon also we have the new design of proton. When the proton invented new design, new technology is will be incorporated with the design. And the same goes with the computer. Last time the desktop is to be like too bulky, too big and too bulky. This time around, even though now we can have the computer in the form of like smart TV. And then look at the example of the satellite transmitter. Example of the satellite transmitter is the Astro system. So from the past until now, Astro already invented their system in many ways, and very soon, starting from last year, Astro is already go for Astro and Astro on Go. What is that? They have the new designer. So why they change the design? Why does Proton? Why does the computer and the anti satellite change the design? Due to what? Due to the market needs. All right, due to the market needs. From time to time, technology develop very fast, and people need new technology that comparable with other country as well. Observation and opinion on the inventions. So, creativity and innovation also involving observation and opinion on the inventions. When you what based on the observation, what do you need from creativity and innovation? Are you doing the innovations due to what? Due to income generating, due to your ROI, return on investment. So, example, your innovations. The investment is 2 million, so your company will ask you, how long could we get the ROI? All right, when your company invests certain portions of the money, normally your investor or your superior will ask you, how long will we get the ROI, return on investment. And then uh, the through the observation, the need for innovations actually also based on your affordability, how much you afford, right? Whether the equipment is energy efficient or no, whether equipment is ergonomic and safety or no. Ergonomic, like like the chair, table, and everything. Is it in term of the height, in term of the design, is user friendly? When you sit, it is comfortable. All right, it is ergonomic. Is it portability? Is the design is a portable design? is the design is to install, and then what are the strength and durability. Example, when you use new material, people will ask you, are you changing on the strength, or what is it the durability on your new material. So design for manufacturing and cultural acceptability. Gathering information related to production on the invention. How you gather the information? Through the interview, through one target group or a focus group. You can also do some survey. It may be from the customer that complain if the device is not working well. Of course, from the warranty, some equipment maybe before the warranty expired is already gone. All right. Through the internet, through the reading, through the seminar, exhibition, and competitions. So William Briggs says that what is now proof was once only imagine. All right. Okay. This is I give you 5 minutes break because I want to. We will resume back at 10:55. All right. Okay, because I want to go to chapter 2. Okay, I give you 5 minutes breaks.